Agwini Usla, Gurev Mina Mahagwiv Osankura. I'm very sorry that I can't be with you today in person for this important occasion, but I am delighted to join with you virtually. First, let me thank you for inviting me to speak and to welcome everyone gathered at the Alex Hotel this afternoon, whether you're here in person or joining in online. Today is about recognizing the people who stood at the forefront of progress and the effort it takes to achieve something as ambitious as this framework. It is also about acknowledging the many voices from across the globe who contributed to this work, too many to name individually, but each one deserving of our gratitude. A warm welcome also to Lord Mayor of Limerick, John Moran, and a particular thank you also to Professor Catherine Woods and our team from the University of Limerick, who, in collaboration with the Atlantic Technological University, hosted the International Health Promoting Campuses Conference in June of this year, which has led to the Limerick Framework for Action, advancing global health promoting campus agenda. To all the stakeholders who have been involved in this framework, from within our own island, colleagues in the Higher Education Authority and the Department of Health, the universities right across the world, UNESCO, World Health Organization, and the International Union for Health Promotion and Education. Those working and researching health and well-being across college campuses, I congratulate you on reaching a comprehensive guide for action, which will benefit students, staff, institutions, and campuses in the promotion of mental health and well-being. The Limerick Framework 2025 will guide institutions around the world in advancing student and staff well-being and realise the aims of the Okanagan Charter. The Okanagan Charter called on post-secondary schools to embed health and well-being into all aspects of campus culture and to lead health promotion action and collaboration locally and globally. Since its creation in June 2015, the Charter has offered institutions a common language, principles, and framework to become health and well-being promoting campuses. The world is, of course, a very different place since 2015. We have seen the adoption of the UN Sustainable Development Goals, the impact of climate change, COVID-19, rapid digital transformations and technological advances, the commercial determinants of health, global inequality, and powerful social movements. The Limerick Framework brings together the conceptual vision of the Okanagan Charter into practical implementation with measurable impact. It focuses on action and provides a roadmap for a whole campus approach to health and well-being through its 10-action model. It includes the promotion of a healthy planet, healthy place, and healthy people. And it calls on institutions to empower students and employees to reach their full potential and support institutions to respond to global and societal challenges, something that COVID highlighted all too clearly. Ireland is proud to drive the health promoting campus agenda globally through the launch of the International Limerick Framework and through our national policy on student and staff health and well-being across higher education. Ireland is one of the few countries in the Global Healthy Campus Network to have a national policy in relation to both the student and staff health and well-being. In 2022, the Higher Education Authority formally took over the implementation of the Healthy Campus Charter and Framework. This charter aims to embed health and well-being more broadly within higher education institutions and provide strategic direction on developing a whole campus approach to health and well-being. The Higher Education Authority Healthy Campus Network actively supports institutions to progress student and staff health and well-being and includes representatives across the sector. Much work has been undertaken in this area in recent years. The Higher Education Authority oversees two core policy frameworks to support student and staff health and well-being: the 2020 National Student Mental Health and Suicide Prevention Framework and the 2022 HEA Healthy Campus Charter and Framework. My department has provided €31.9 million in additional funding for student mental health supports since 2020. This funding is to further support higher education institutions in meeting the mental health and well-being needs of their student population. This targeted mental health and well-being funding provided by my department will support students to reach their full potential in their journey through higher education. The higher education institutions in receipt of this funding are encouraged to use it in support of specific student-facing areas such as recruitment of additional student counsellors, recruitment of additional assistant psychologists, head of service posts, training of staff to enable them to support and refer students to appropriate services, raising awareness among students of mental health and well-being services available, including through student outreach activities. It gives me great pleasure that many of the new posts, which were created through this funding, have been counsellors, reflecting the capacity building phase of the implementation of our national frameworks. As we all know, education and health are inextricably linked. The transition into higher education is a major turning point in a person's life, which can include moving away from home, a change in their peer support, new environments, new experiences, freedoms, and a new way of learning. By its very nature, it can be very exciting, but also a challenging time. The college years are also an important developmental period when young people transition from adolescence to adulthood. Against this backdrop of change, and indeed the many societal pressures that face students, it is imperative as policymakers that we support our students as they enter college and throughout their educational journey, such as we are doing through the Okanagan Charter and the Limerick Framework. Again, I would like to say a sincere thank you to all involved in developing the Limerick Framework. Your dedication and commitment to improving the life of our students will make a real difference. The habits and behaviours formed are reinforced during college years, shape future health and the health of future generations. Is yeah hampla é an obair atá ar siúl a gcuimh anseo. The work you are doing here sets a great example. Go raibh maith agaibh go léir.